Hello and welcome to another episode of Live Feed with your host. Live Feed has been brought to you by Traveling Tech Teacher for your digital resources. Check out travelingtechteacher.com. Also brought to you by thebullyexposed.com, who reminds you to check out their YouTube channel on a nonfiction filmmaker. Check out their YouTube channel, subscribe, share all the videos that you see up there. Young Blue in the house. Welcome, Young Blue. Thank you for joining us. The music you're listening to, the sounds that you're listening to are the sounds of Young Blue. So check him out at Young Blue, at Real Young Blue. Check him out. SK, thank you for joining the show. Young Blue says he likes this song. Of course you like this song. And we got a new name, IB Stella. IB Stella is in the house. Thank you, IB Stella. She says, well, right back at you, Stella. Stella. I remember that movie. Anyway, so Baseball Dream Team. That's what we're talking about today, guys. Baseball Dream Team. So this episode was created by one of our young followers named, oh God, I just forgot the name. Advocate, Autistic Advocate. I'm so sorry. I always forget her name. I was trying to remember and I didn't write it down. I apologize. Okay. Autistic Advocate. She wants to know who is my baseball dream team. And you know, I'm really sorry to tell you guys, if I was to create a dream team right now, it would be a team of really old players, because I haven't really been following baseball enough to know who exactly are the best players. But I'm going to try my best to come up with my baseball dream team. And I want SK to come up with his as well, for baseball dream team as well. I want to hear what you got to say. And also you, anyone that's out there, I'm sorry, Stella, if you like baseball, I would love to know what you think. If you'd like a different sport other than football, if you like a different sport and you want to talk about that, more than happy to hear that. I would love to hear about that. But what you see on the screen is not my baseball dream team. I decided that I was going to put up all that are out there now. All of the best players according to ESPN and a lot of the internet. I decided to put those names there so you guys can be familiar with those names. And let's see, Stella says, laughing out loud, just here to support the Stop the Bullying. Well, thank you so much. Okay. She says she loves what we do. Well, we thank you for so much. Smash that heart, Stella, and show us that you love what we do, and everyone else, whether you're watching this live or recorded, please smash that heart. Show us that you love what we're doing. Show us some love. We got Derek. It looks like Derek Jude Mud in the house. Thank you very much for coming on, and thank you for smashing. And Stella says, big love. Oh, thank you, Stella. You're so good to us, Stella. Thank you so much, so much, so much. So SK is already joining in. And Teachers for Teachers just joined in. Thank you, teachers for joining in. Don't forget your teachers, guys. We got one more month of summer, right? And then school starts. Don't forget your teacher. And thank you, teachers for joining us. And again, smash that heart. Show some love, guys, whether you're watching this live or the recorded version. So let's go through this quick little list that Autistic Advocate created for us. Give me a second. Let me bring up mine. Okay. So according to the ESPN, the best player out there right now is Shohei Ohtani. He's a designated hitter for the Los Angeles Angels. So he's showing some love for him, the internet or ESPN, because they're saying he's the best player now. Best pitcher is Jake DeGrom from New York Mets. So awesome shout out to Met lovers. My dad was a Met lover. I don't know how I became a Yankee lover and he became a Met lover. I don't understand how that happened, but it happened. Stella says, always love for teachers. Awesome, that's good. And big love for teachers, Stella says. So let's see. And then Rookie of the Year. So far they have Trevor Rogers, for a left-handed pitcher from the Marlins, as the Rookie of the Year. I don't think, refresh my memory, SK always helps me out in these things. Refresh my memory, SK. Have they decided Rookie of the Year yet in the MLB or not? I don't think they have. So I guess that's who ESPN likes to win the Rookie of the Year, I'm going to guess. Unless they already decided that, then it's out there. Let's see. And then most entertaining. Write up right now if you're watching this live or recorded. Write up what you think is the most entertaining team. Because according to ESPN, they have it as the San Francisco Giants. And as you guys know, San Francisco used to play in New York. They used to be the New York Giants. And an old friend of mine told me, you have the New York Giants football team, you have the New York Giants baseball team. How did they tell the difference back in the day? Well, an old timer of mine told me that they used to say the New York football Giants and the New York baseball Giants whenever they were referring to that team, and that's how they distinguish between the two. SK says not yet. Okay, they have not decided Rookie of the Year. That's what I thought. So I guess ESPN is trying to say that they like the old boy Trevor Rogers from the Marlins to take that title. Stella says, sorry, gotta go. Daughter's birthday. Well, happy birthday to your daughter, Stella. Awesome night. And she says, awesome night. Awesome. Let's see. SK says, his errors is under 1 and he has 35 home runs. Who we talking about there? We're talking about the Oshoni. That's a Japanese name, I'm assuming. Is that who we're talking about? Is an insane player. He's a real good pitcher and good batter. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna assume that's who we're talking about. Awesome. Okay, and I haven't missed any. Okay, I think the most entertaining is the Padres. Okay, thank you, SK, for your input. And yes, he was talking about Ohtani. Okay, so you think it's the Patriots? Okay, well, I'm not going to tell you what I think yet because I haven't. Let me go through what ESPN thinks, and then we'll go through what I think for each one. So the best team of all overall, ESPN feels that it's the 1927 and 1998 New York Yankees. I guess I couldn't decide between the two. I had a list of other ones, but number one was the New York Yankees. So let me go through my list because that is what Artistic Advocate wanted to hear. My baseball dream team. So my baseball dream team, the best player for my dream team would have to be Derek Jeter, and SK mentioned it earlier in the show. Hey, Ohtani. Okay, I guess it's pronounced according to SK. Hey, Tornani. Hey, Tani. Sorry. Hey, Ohtani. Sorry about that. So let's see. So what we got? Best pitcher. Wow, best pitcher in my dream team. Wow. I don't know if Mariano Rivera can pitch a whole game, right? I mean, we're talking about a dream team, right? So this is my dream team. I can dream any way I want, right? So in my dream team, if Mariano Rivera was ever to pitch a whole game, I don't know how strong he is to pitch a whole game, but he would be my pitcher. I told you guys, it's going to be old players because I don't really know the players, the Yankees of now. I don't really know them that well. So you're gonna be hearing a lot of old names come up. Best shortstop again. I don't think I can pick Jeter. Right, I can't pick Jeter because if I pick Jeter, it's gonna be weird because he's already my best player. But it definitely would be Jeter if a person can fit in two categories. If not, it would definitely be Didi. I would bring Didi back to the Yankees, and like I said, this is a dream team, so I can bring any player in I want. So it would be Didi. Who does Didi play for again? Refresh my memory. Yes, I did see the question you sent me. I'm going to get to that question. I apologize for not letting you know, but I definitely will get to that question in a minute as soon as I finish my list. So refresh my memory. Who does DD play for? SK. This is the SK and Richard show here, guys. So welcome to the SK and Richard show, because SK always got my back when it comes to information I don't know. And if in case you guys don't know, if I had a studio, if I was here in a studio, in a real studio, doing this show, I would have information gatherers. I can't remember what they're called in the business, but I'm calling them information gatherers. When I say things, they would make sure that I say things right, that I don't say things wrong. Like if I said, Derek Jeter wore shirt number 3. If you were a fan, you would know that his number is not 3, his number was 2. And if I said number 3 by mistake, there would be a guy checking, making sure the number is right and saying nope, and texting me, or I would have a piece in my ear and he would say nope, you got the number wrong, it's number 2, and then I would make the correction. So SK is my guy that does that. He's my man that does that. Yeah, I miss Didi. He plays for the Phillies, SK says. Okay, so he's now playing for the Phillies, and so it would be Didi as my shortstop if I couldn't pick Jeter, because Jeter can't play 2 spots, right? This is a dream team. You can't play 2 spots. So that's what I got there. Let's see. And the Rookie of the Year. Rookie of the Year. Let's see. What year would I go to for Rookie of the Year? That's funny. I don't really look at Rookie of the Year too much. The only person I know that Rookie of the Year was Mark Jackson. You remember Mark Jackson? Played for the Yankee, excuse me, I'm sorry, played for the Knicks. He's the only guy that I have in my memory from watching sports of Rookie of the Year. But let's see, I didn't give this one much thought. I just saw the question by Autistic Advocate, and I wrote it up real quick. So I didn't think of a Rookie of the Year. So let's go to the internet, see if we can find some Rookies of the Year for Yankees. And I'm sorry, yeah, guys, I know you're all about Yankees. Yes, if I'm not emotionally invested in a team, then I can't really get on board. And the other thing is, because I used to live in Las Vegas for many years, if I'm not financially invested in a team, I can't get on board. So that means if I feel a team is going to win a game and I put money on them, then then that's when I'm invested, or either emotionally or financially. Otherwise, I really can't get into the sports. So let's see, Rookie of the Year. So Rookie of the Year, Aaron Judd. Aaron Judd in 2017. Now let me give you this list here. 2017 Rookie of the Year was Aaron Judd. 1996 Rookie of the Year was Derek Jeter. 1981 David Reddy. I hope I'm ready. I'm pronouncing that word right. And 1970 Thurman Winston. Wow. Are you old enough to remember Thurman Winston when he played for the Yankees? SK? Let me know. That's going back. I haven't heard that name in a long time. Let me see if we can find some more Rookies of the Year that I can choose. So far, I have to be Thurman Winston out of this. Yes, that I just read it. Yeah, not at all. SK says not at all. So were you born? Were you alive in 1970? because that's how old he was. I was, what was I, 9 years old? I don't know. So let's go back. Let's read these. Oh, forget Alex Rodriguez. Yeah, Alex Rodriguez. Oh, no, 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 no. This thing switched to, uh, I'm sorry, this switched to most valuable player. So, let's see. Most valuable players. No, that's not the one we want. Here we go. This is the list we want. Rookie of the year. So, 1951. I don't even remember this guy. Okay, you were born in 95. Okay. Uh, Gail McDougal, 1951. Rookie of the year. 1954. Bob Grimm. 1957. Tony Kubek. 1962. Tom Trush. 1968. I was a year old. Stan Basson, and then 70 Thurman Winston and David Reddy, Derek Jeter in 96, and Aaron Judge in 17. So I'm going to go with Thurman Winston. I believe he died in a plane crash or auto accident, some type of crash, I believe. Let me see if my memory serves me right. Watch, he died of natural causes. That would make me look like a fool. Let's see. Let's see. He died in Ohio in 79. Oh, shit. So 9 years after winning. That's why he's remembered so much. 9 years. So let's see if we could find a reason for death here. He was medically able to escape the last, but they could not save the Yankee captain who was trapped inside, perishing a wreck. Okay, so he died in a burn, some kind of plane crash. I was right. Damn, I'm good. Oh, man. Let's see. Yeah, plane crash in Canton, Ohio, and they were not able to. There were two companions on the plane. They were able to escape, but they were not able to remove Munson's body. Wow, terrible way to go. Terrible way to go. But yeah, so we're gonna, you know, we're gonna go with Thurman Munson. So Thurman Munson as the rookie of the year for me. SK says he will go with Judge. Okay, cool. I want to know your opinion, SK. Okay, so the most entertaining team in the MLB. For me, again, it's got to be an emotional thing for me. It's the Yankees because I remember tons of times Yankees would be down so many runs and somehow pull out a win. So for me, most entertaining has got to be the Yankees because for many reasons. For that reason that I just said, and for another reason that your season goes on longer, right? Even if they lost in the playoffs, you were watching baseball well after the season had ended. So because of that, it has to be for me the New York Yankees. Okay, and the best team of all time. Well, obviously it's going to be a Yankee team. Trying to think, was it 2005? There was a time that I remember. I was young. I was dating this girl, and she did not like baseball, but she did not well, I should say it this way. She did not dislike it, but she did not like it. And we would hang out and we would watch a lot of baseball together. And then when we got into the playoffs is when she really got hooked on to the sport. And I don't know what year that was. That's the only problem. But whatever year that was, that had to be it. So that had to be it for me. So I'm guessing anywhere in 92, 93. Watch, they didn't win the championship. That whatever year in in 90 to 94 that they won a championship. That would be the year that I was seeing this person, and it was awesome for me to sit there and get someone involved into the sport and someone to see what I see in the sport, the fun and the greatness that I see. Lauren, thank you for joining the show. Smash that heart, whether you're watching this live or recorded version. Let's see. SK says, I cried after they lost in the American League Conference Series last year, which is the series which, if you win, you go to the World Series. Last year, huh? Who did they play? Do you remember offhand? But that's interesting. There's a lot of players I have to admit I left out. Billy Martin, Ron Guidry, Reggie Jackson. Who else? I think Catfish Hunter was can't remember if he was a Yankee or not. I thought he was. But I left out a lot of all the Rays. Okay. Yeah, that is sad. That is sad, especially we haven't won anything in a while, since I think 09. We discussed this already. I think it was 09. So just to recap for all of you that were interested in my Dream Team Baseball, I have Derek Jeter is my best player. Best pitcher would have to be Mariano if he can pitch a whole game. Best shortstop would either be Didi or Jeter. Rookie of the year would be Thurman Winston for me. And most entertaining would have to be the Yankees. Somewhere 90, 95 Yankees. Somewhere in there. And the best, that was best team. I apologize. That would be best team. Most entertaining would be overall the Yankees. The best team of all time would be anywhere from the 90 to 95 Yankees. And SK says, at least I was able to witness them winning the World Series in 2009 when I was 14. That's awesome. All right, let's go to the question that SK has, and let's see. So before the topic, I wanted to tell you that the NATO guy doxed me and threatened. I won't say the rest, but threatened you. Oh my God! To refresh my memory, what is doxing again? Because I know there's so many different things that people are doing nowadays, which is really stupid. I know swatting is when someone calls the police on you and says that, crazy things. Like I saw this this video on the internet where this guy called the police and said that this guy had a gun and he was holding two missing kids, I think he said. Now my facts might be a little mixed up, but the general story is there, and he was holding two kids hostage in the house, and the police came to his house and shot him and killed him. And then they found out later on that it was all a hoax. I totally understand the police. The police cannot, even with all this stuff that we're getting about, the police need to be watched more, and we need to really start to watch the police a little closer. I agree with that. But if the police are called to a home where there's someone's being kidnapped, and the police go to the house and there's a possible gun, I know the police have to remain professional. That doesn't mean to you police officers that are watching, or to anybody, that I'm giving the rights to the police to just come up and tear up someone's house with bullets, riddle the house with bullets. I'm not giving police that clearance at all. I'm just saying I understand the situation you're coming into a possible situation, hostile situation. After the police figure it out, after they figure it all out and get it all handled, if it turns out not to be true, I think the police definitely need to find out what's the word I'm looking for? Who called in that emergency, and that person should go to jail. I mean, of course, they should go through you're innocent until proven guilty, go through a trial, and if the science finds out to be true, then that person should go to jail for a very, very long time. When I was a kid, I could tell you this, and we've already established I was born in 67. So when I was a kid, what people were doing was, you got to remember, when I was a kid, there wasn't a lot of technical things going on. So in New York City, we used to have these red structures, I'm going to call it for lack of a better word. You know what I'm talking about, SK. Do they still have them in New York? Red structure. One button would have a fire button. One button would have a blue button. And the buttons were covered. So you have to actually lift something and then press the red button. You know what I'm talking about, SK? And when I was a kid, people were pressing those things. And of course, the police had no way of knowing if you pressed the fire one, if there was a real fire, or the emergency one, and if there was a real emergency. They just know that you pressed that, and somehow it went through a computer, and it told the police officers what corner the fire was on, or what corner police were needed to be at. And so the police would just go out there. They wouldn't, first find out if it's an actual emergency before they go out there. They would just go out there because someone pressed the button. And that was, I guess that's our version of doxing now. But now with so much technology, you can call a police officer, you can give exact information as to what's going on and stuff like that. And they just go out there, and unfortunately, property, if you're lucky, your door will just get knocked down. But there have been situations where people have come out hurt. I will admit that is the first incident that I heard of someone actually dying. But that happens. And we need to stop. We need, like I said, let's see if SK gave me where they find your address. Okay, so doxing is where they find your address, but he lives in India, so I think I'm okay. Yeah. No, I've heard. So SK says they do have these structures. I don't know what to call them, but structures. They're red, and they're let me see real quick. Bear with me, guys. I want to see if I can find a picture on the internet. 911 call button. I don't know. I'm not good at searching. My wife is good at it. So let's see if we go to images and we put that now. No, I would have to put street structure. Anyway, I'm not good at this. I can't find it. Maybe I'll find it later. But like I said, that was our version of doxing and swatting the police officers. I know a guy in where was he living? Somewhere on the East Coast in America, and he did business with a very shisty company in the UK, and they were swatting him, and they proved that it was him that was swatting them, and they couldn't do anything because of the international situation, and that's a shame. But I'm sorry. I'm not gonna. I can't say that these police officers did a good job. You could have. This guy was calling like weekly. In my opinion, if you're here, it is 911. What is your emergency? Someone has a gun, doing this to someone. Here's the address. Okay, fine, thank you. Boom, the police handle it. Police find out it was a hoax. Okay, next week, 911. What is your emergency? Hey, thank you, everyone. Race to speak up. Thank you for joining the show. Smash that heart. And Stella's back. Hi, Stella. Stella's back. Thank you for coming back on, Stella. So you go there. The next week, 911. What is your emergency? This is happening. This is the address. I mean, somehow the police have to, I know people are saying, well, you don't work in the police call center, Richard, so you don't know what. But when I was working my way through college, I worked for a call center for a credit card company. Okay, when we had sometimes you would have someone creating multiple credit cards. Okay, multiple credit cards under different social security numbers sent to the same address, right? You got a guy in Kentucky who lives in Kentucky. You know that from his social security number, but yet he just signed up for a credit card that's going to New York City. And we were able to pick that up, and so we would flag accounts. So sometimes when they called the call center and they said, hey, I want to look up my account and I want to be able to take some money, and they start working on the account like they do so they can get out some of that credit, right? Their account was already flagged by our security team already. And we know, okay, it's got a flagged account. We send them over to so and so. Why can't the police department, right, of this particular town? Maybe it was a big city too. I can't remember what city it was, but it was a big city. So why can't they create, and when someone calls in, I mean, we can do anything with computers nowadays. So someone turns around and tells me there's an emergency, someone has a gun, and then they 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Main Street. And the minute I put in, the address to where the incidents happened, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Main Street, why can't something pop up and say, last week, we received a call from an overseas number. Maybe they don't have the number, I give them that, but an overseas number that says that this guy had a gun and he was doing this, but it turned out to be a hoax. And boom, you know what? They went, I think 5 times, broke down the door, did all the stuff, these police officers, like 5 times before they realized, oh, this guy's being swatted. It's like, come on. I'm sorry, but come on. And I know someone's going to write me, DM me and say, oh, Richard, you're not a police officer. You don't know. I'm so tired of that excuse. I hate to say it. The sports, being that we're talking sports players do that a lot, right? Sports players do that a lot. When a reporter critiques their work, says, well, you're not doing so good, so-and-so, you're not playing so good, and the Yankees paid a lot of money for you, and you're not playing so good. They're one of the cheapest things that a player can say is, well, you never played the sport, so you don't know what you're talking about. Bull crap. That's bull crap. And I'm sorry. So I don't need to be a police officer, I don't need to be a police officer to know that come on, you shouldn't be knocking on someone's house 5 times. 2, 3, yeah, but by 3, you should be able to figure it out. I'm sorry. You should be able to figure out that something's happening with this guy. And then have the things in place to handle it so that when you call the UK Scotland Yard or whatever the hell it's called in the UK, that they can turn around and say, okay, we're gonna fix this on our work together and fix this. Let's see. Yeah. To answer your question, SK, yes. So let's see what else we got written here. Stella says hello, Stella. Thank you. And then she says, sorry, I gotta leave again. Dinner. You keep up the wonderful work. That's awesome. Thank you. And then SK says, did you know the Yankees are actually playing right now? Get out of here. Are you serious, SK? Let's see. Let's see what the score is. Oops, I can't spell right now. Okay, 0-0 to end of the second. And they're playing the Rays, the team that beat them in the playoffs. So awesome. So hopefully they will hand them a big 0. They got 3 hits and one, and the Rays have 1 hit. So that's cool. We'll leave it like that. See if we can continue to get up there. But very good topic. Excuse me, guys. It's late here where I'm at, 1 a.m. Very good topic that you brought up. And I know indirectly you brought it up about doxing. I don't, and I'm sure that there's something about the police calling system that allows that to happen. But from my end, I got to think that there has to be something that they can create, so that you're not going to eliminate, and I understand that you're not going to eliminate the guy who swats an address one time, but there should be a system in place that if I'm swatted day one, or incident number 1, I should say, because it doesn't mean it's going to happen the next day, but incident number 1, that incident number 2, that they would have something that's going to say a month ago or a couple of weeks ago, this house was swatted. Please be sure to get enough information from the caller so that we know that it's actually an emergency situation and we don't send a team out there for no reason. And because anytime, I totally respect for all you police officers out there, that when you go to a situation like that you are ready for anything to happen. I'm not giving the okay for them to go out there and shoot people down and mow people down. But I understand that they're going to go over there, for lack of a better word, balls to the wall, ready to take on whatever they find. But by the second call, there should be something in place. I'm sorry, so police officers know that they've been swatted before. So I want to look at your definition again. Doxing. I don't know if I could find it now. Address. Okay, so doxing is when they find your address and they put it on the internet. Is that what doxing is? What is doxing? All right, let's see. And as it says, before the topic, I wanted to tell you. Oh, I read that already. I'm sorry. That's how tired I am. I'm rereading. No, don't feel bad. SK says he feels bad that I had to do a live late. No, it's okay. Like I said, it's whatever time. I'm still kind of on New York, or not New York, Pacific Standard timing. I still have not switched to this Italian time, and it's my fault. It's summer. still, and I'm laying back. But I gotta start getting up at 8 again in the morning, 7 in the morning, and doing my yoga at 7 in the morning rather than, in the afternoon like I've been doing. Definitely got to start doing that. So let's see. Doxing is the search for or publish private or identifying information about a particular individual on the internet, particularly with malice intent. Okay, so that's what dox. So giving out personal information on the internet. Okay, now that we know that. Okay, so yeah, I don't know what we can do to solve that doxing, but we have to start because the internet is making everybody one. It's no longer this, you know, this we are separate type of thing. I talk with designers in India. I talk in Tokyo. I talk all the time, easy, just face to face too. With video, it's so cheap nowadays. The world is one, and we got to start finding a way where if a person is in the UK or in India and they're doxing someone in the United States or doxing someone in Italy, for instance, that we create a system that allows us to be able to bring that person to justice. And I think that now they definitely should start doing some PSAs, public service announcements, to tell people if you're thinking of doing this, or if you're thinking of swatting someone, you're gonna pay a heavy price, and really make people pay, because there's nothing worse than putting up a PSA and saying you are gonna pay, and then someone does it and they get off because of who they might know. No, there's no way you're getting around it. That's what I think that they should do, definitely. And just stick to it, But thank you for bringing that up and starting a whole different conversation, because I wouldn't call this bullying, but it is things that bullies do. When I notice that bullies kind of do this when a bully tries to physically bully somebody, and then they can't, because the person's so powerful in their mind. I mean, not in their mind, and they're powerful in the way that they are, in the way they carry themselves. So all of the bullying doesn't get to them, doesn't work, and they're seeing how strong this person is. So what do they try to do? They that's when they do this. Well, I'm going to put information out there to make your life miserable, or I'm going to swat you so I can make your life miserable. And police departments from all over the world have to get on it and stop it. And that may be true, your last statement, SK. But you just gotta continue to block him. That's the way I look at it. Continue to block him when he's doing the crazy things that he's doing. Can you send me that screenshot of the chat? In Instagram, his account will get taken down. All right, I'll try my best to send that to you. I don't know if it's still on, if I still have access to it, because I know that Instagram only gives you temporary access to a lot of photos that are sent to you. But I want to thank SK for being on the show. I want to thank Stella. There was someone else out there. I can't remember their names, and I'm so sorry about that. But I want to also, Laura. It was Laura that was out there. Thank you, Laura, for joining the show. Smash that heart for these guys, whether you're watching this live or recorded. Also, I want to thank artistic advocate. I always get the name mixed up. Artistic advocate for asking me this question about my baseball dream team so we could have this conversation, which led into, thanks to SK, into doxing and swatting, which is a form of bullying, and which is, when I say bullying, though, I say it loosely, but it definitely is a technique that bullies do, when to bully you some more. I'm glad that you brought that up because it is a form of bullying for sure. But yeah, so I want to remind you guys that Live Feed is brought to you by Traveling Tech Teacher for all your digital resources. Check out travelingtechteacher.com. Also brought to you by thebullyexposed.com. 501c3 nonprofit organization. That's how late it is, guys. 501c3 nonprofit organization geared at helping survivors of bullying, and they want to remind you to check out and subscribe to their YouTube channel at Nonfiction Filmmaker. Check it out now. Don't waste no time. Go do it. Go ahead. You'll be glad you did. So anyone can wear the crown. Anyone can be a hero. Be kind to one another and be kind to yourselves. And have a great day. Bye, SK.